Landed forecast has been pretty interesting. And this year will likely end quite similar to 2019 in terms of transaction volume. In fact, I would call this year as the year of a continuous black swan. Last year was a black swan event. Up to this year, we have 2 wars going on. US market is still not doing well, and of course, interest rates. Thankfully, inflation came down in the latest result under US Fed announcement. And of course, if we look at locally, we have reached a new price point. So I think it is very crucial. If, let's say, you are thinking about entering or investing in a second property or maybe switching properties, it is crucial to find out which particular type of landed or condominium has more advantage price movement, because you don't want to get stuck in a price point that will take perhaps another 8 years to start moving. You want to get something that can move in the next 3 to 5 years. So at the new price point, but volume-wise, is pretty low compared to 2019. It's quite similar. The highest volume will of course be post-COVID, after all the pent-up demand from COVID. And this is basically the landed price index, followed on by the non-landed price index. And of course, overall, there was like a dip in Q3 landed. So we need to investigate what happened to landed properties. And this was the news article that came out. So officially, it has dipped 4.9%. And basically what we have done is that we then deep dive into all the transactions from real list, and we try to dig up what has caused the dip. So basically, the dip was led on by detached homes. Detached homes, particularly in D10 and 11. So semi-D and inter-terraces, actually there was still a marginal increase. But detached in 10 and 11, they saw a dip primarily because some of the transactions that happened in Q3 belong to larger land and older land. So Q1 and Q2, we had a lot of land plots that was transacted above $2,000 and $3,000 per square foot. And this was Q2 as well, above 2,000 plus. And then in Q3, there was a lack of transactions, but primarily older land plots were done, because bigger land plots, lower PSF. So lower PSF, and because of the quantum size and the way our price index is being calculated, basically what happened is that the detached home carries a very significant kind of quantum in the whole index. So I think it will be good to look at what will happen in the next 2 quarters as well, if you're hunting for a detached home. Now, so what we usually do on the ground is that we also work very closely with our architects and builders. These are the things that are happening on the ground. Very useful for you if you are planning to rebuild or A&A. I call this the things that you need to have in your landed home to future-proof your landed home. Landed properties, as the quantum goes higher, when you want to sell in the secondary market, your buyer that is coming to view your property becomes very, very stringent in terms of their selection criteria. Sometimes when we sell landed homes, 10, 15 million, short of this thing, short of that part, short of this helper's room, the buyer walk away. The buyer would then think that, hey, I might as well just rebuild my own landed property. So things like this future-proofs your landed property. Thankfully, in terms of costing-wise, it has stabilized. Costing post-COVID was much higher, delay in construction because of shortage of manpower and construction costs. This has thus stabilized in the last 2 quarters. And of course, if you look at the range is because of the materials that you're planning to go for.